welcome back to the Cosmic Library, an MC Escher and Susie in space, full of space. So many
What?
spaces.
They got space?
There's space in the Cosmic Library. It's
Space
MC
of
Escher.
space.
It takes up space. Space aged. Naturally, in a space, if you can imagine, that is taken after the architectural stylings of not only M.C. Escher but Dr. Seuss, there is a lot of just empty space, filled with models of various fictional solar systems and real solar systems and solar systems that kind of are right in between. You're waving goodbye to me. All right, goodbye, Mom.
Oh, okay. I was like, who the fuck are you talking to? What's this bit that you're doing?
Also, your mom.
Also, your mom is in the Cosmic Library.
Goon's mom is in the Cosmic. No other mothers.
Why? Why?
Goon's mom's there.
She's at a display in like a narrow glass case that she can't sit down, and she's just banging on the glass.
Right next to the big book of mice, baby.
Hey. Oh no. I of course am your host and game master, your Galaxy Man. For today, as we go back and review the long-lost Star Logs, the DFS Fascina. On this, another episode of the Cosmic Library presents Deep Space. I forgot I had a button until I started the pause and then realized I needed to extend the pause in order to push the button so that the theme starts. I can hear the theme now as I give this narration. Last we left the crew, there is an away party investigating the ruins of the city on the back of a mountain that may or may not be alive, and a mountain that is very much inhabited by a big and scary, nasty creature.
I forgot the word because it's been 4 weeks. Chautauqua,
correct?
Chautauqua.
I got it. I got it in
the
one.
name of the city.
Hell yeah.
The city Chautauqua. The away party consists of Milo, Shifra, Mira, Dr. Crane, and a mysterious marionette man with no face. The remaining crew members
we didn't
on the
invite
ship.
him. He wasn't invited to the party.
He was not. He kind of just showed
I
up.
don't think I was invited either, to be clear. I think you just kind of forgot that I was coming. So maybe
The crew
he was
members
on there?
remaining on the ship are Trish McKinley, Avery, Nurse Juno Fizz, Steve Le Poisson, who else is there? Griffin gets a ride 23. Ensign Wanda Sykes, who is in medical bay. Avery, I think I already mentioned Avery. Oh, and of course, the bisected remains of one Iron Phillips, or autopsied, would it be more, or is this just a
Diagnostic dismantling?
just a chassis open? Listen, Iron Phillips's chassis looks hot when it's all open like that.
Covered in goo?
Just not covered in crazy black
Listen.
goo.
There I was, chassis open, covered in goo.
As it was discovered by Griffin Gets Ride 23 that the captain had been infected with a black version of the stone gem parasite that has covered all of... This planet seems to be lousy with these things, and somehow the captain got one right in the chest. Additionally...
One, and somehow.
One.
Somehow, and one.
And one. Additionally, there is still a prisoner aboard the brig whose reasons for being there remain mysterious. I would like each and every one of you to roll a d20, and this will determine the order in which we get into some much-needed contextualization of the characters aboard this vessel, the DFS Fastina.
The ship people or the sea people?
No, the players.
Oh, okay.
No modifiers then. Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Which character, I guess?
Just
Just you guys.
Oh.
So it's one of the four. One each of you rolling just a normal d20. So I'm seeing a 13. I'm seeing a 3.
Can I add my strength modifier?
No. What is Video James' strength modifier? Pray tell.
I rolled a 19.
You rolled a 19. So it's a 13, a 19, a 10. And then what was yours, Lissa?
It was also 13.
Oh, 13.
I think the 13 was listed, so it looks like Moss got 8.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I
Yeah.
can't read. So that's gonna be.
What, are you trying to say that all the AFABs look the same? That's
No.
awfully misogynist of you,
That's-
young man.
No. Shut up.
Panic. He just starts panicking.
No, additionally, shut up.
Shut up.
We're gonna start with Lissa.
Hi.
Let me just find some appropriate music here.
This song is called Dread, and we're all gonna die. That'll do.
This song is called Fuck Around and Find Out, folks.
This song is called Rupert is Going to Die, and none of his loved ones will be there. That should be right.
Oh, good.
That's my favorite song.
We
I
find
love how much she puts up with me.
Shifranam as a young girl, a young drow on the planet Menzen Verenzen, in training and sparring with her superior, her caregiver, and her mother. Go ahead and give me an athletics check for me.
Okay.
It is a
Dirty 20.
dirty 20. On a dirty 20, let me do some more fine strokes of the background here. Imagine if a Klingon spent one day in Japan and then went back to his homeworld and decided to try to replicate it by memory. That is kind of what this dojo looks like. And that is the kind of architectural and interior design vibe of most of Menzen Verenzen, just highly influenced from the Earth culture of Japan. And so we see an elegant and brutal way of. We see pillars of black wood and beams of similar hue and shape, and a matte floor of not bamboo, but a thick but not extremely absorbent rubber or rubber padding. And on a dirty 20, you charge at your caregiver and describe to me how you bring her to the ground.
So what Shifra does to Shandrira is, they do a leg sweep, and then, while they're falling, they grab them and do a judo flip forward to have her essentially just land on her back and knock the wind out of her.
Shifra, a tiny black widow, scampers up, strips the leg, sweep down, and with a large crashing thud, your mother is laid out flat on her back. She says, "Very well. Very, very well done. Your training is coming along very well. Perhaps it is time that we continue your training to the next level. Perhaps we even introduce you to some of the Shadow Corps." Damn, it took the breath right out of me. Help your mother up.
She puts her hand down and helps her get up.
You see there is a sort of bespectacled drow woman, much, much older, kind of elderly, a little squat. Her shape language is such that she is now kind of very round, as opposed to the long, elegant shapes that your mother and yourself are growing into as you age. But she's very much an elder. And she waves she raises two little fingers and beckons your mother to her, and they start to have a quiet conversation while you were still in the room. You are muted.
Oh,
Thank you. I would try to. I would like to try to like, be cleaning up the room, but also be trying to like overhear what they're saying. Not
Okay,
like too in your face about it, but it's a kid.
Yeah.
We'll see how in your face it gets.
Give me a stealth check, and based on your stealth check, I will then give you a perception check to see what you pick up.
That's a 22.
On a okay, you are very practiced. This is a very disciplined home. The routine cleaning of the studio after a sparring match is something you've done a lot. And within going through the motions of this, you are able to expertly hide your eavesdropping, as it were. So go ahead and give me a perception check with advantage.
Also a 22.
Also a 22. They might as well have been speaking just out in the open. They might as well have at this point it's a little insulting. The elder says she progresses far faster than half of the younglings her age. She's got an incredible aptitude that borders on the miraculous. Perhaps there is something to be done. I have heard rumors that about the same time we've noticed her aptitude spike, that there was a shapeshifter on this planet. Perhaps there is something to be said, perhaps something to be done, suspicions to be laid to rest. I am insulted. Do not think our bloodline, our genes could produce such a warrior. That's not what I said. That is not what I said. It very well may be that she is truly of our blood, truly of our ilk, truly a drow of the Shadow Clan, but we have maintained our position amongst the hierarchies of the houses of Enz and Varenzen because we are careful. Later today, you will get a sample of her blood, and that is all we will need. Understood? Yes, Mother. And your mother turns to you. It is on a 22. I will say that you've gotten the gist of their conversation early enough that you could have positioned yourself advantageously for a retreat if you so had wanted to. Basically, any way you want to interact with your mother at this point, you have socially engineered whatever optimal position you want to be in.
Shifra's gonna act like she didn't hear what just happened, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to go, Mother, why was grandmother here?
Your grandmother is very proud of you. She will never say it, nor will I ever say it directly to you. This is the way, you understand. She thinks that it is time that you start formally enlisting in classes amongst the other younglings of the Shadow Clan so that you may train under our storied senseis in our ways of deception and of infiltration. I will come by your room later tonight and I will administer some minor tests, simply as a precaution, vaccines. Just expect me to be by your room later tonight, and we will. You've got great things for our house. You have great things for our house, and we intend to sharpen you into a tool. Do you understand?
Yes, Mother.
Very good. Now, you will help your brothers and sisters prepare the feast for tonight.
Yes, ma'am.
So be it. And she dismisses you with a hand wave.
She's gonna go help with the feast for tonight.
We cut to that night when your mother comes into your room with a couple of vials, some actual vaccines, and then she comes in with like a baggie, like a leather bag of just medical like supplies and such. It's kind of hard to, you can't determine just at a glance, at one glance in the bag, which is the device that she plans to use to take your blood with. The how do you want to do this? I just saw your message.
That's how I want to do that, DM.
Okay. I will roll. I'm gonna give your mother a +3 to insight, and actually no, she's an assassin just like you. She gets a +5. You know what? Go ahead and text me the roll, and then I will roleplay according to what I have just rolled. Your mother has always been a woman of business. She's always been a very efficient woman, so it comes to no surprise to you. You've known this woman this entire life. That the very first instrument that she pulls out is the thing designed to take a sample of your blood. How is it that you, in the moment of the device's application, dupe your mother into... I'm not quite sure what you have in mind, but you rolled really great, and so I'm just going to give the controls to you.
So what I'm essentially gonna do is, like, when she removes the blood from the thing, and sets it to the side for later, I'm going to, just distract her with conversation, talk about the fight earlier, and like if she could do anything better, like getting notes from Mom.
Well, it's very simple. Well, it was. To say that your performance was exemplary would be far too congratulatory for my taste. Quite simply, you did the right move. And she's just taking the cap off the thing, twisting it, just kind of priming it. There's like a little electrical hum that goes on when the device is activated and turned on. So using my weight against me was, I should have seen it coming because it was my only option. And she goes to puncture your arm with it.
Mm. As she's doing that, I swap out the vials.
What does that look like exactly?
So essentially, Mom's looking at my arm. Mm-hmm. The vials are to the side over here. I just take the one that's under my sleeve and slip it and change it.
Okay, so she's taken the initial blood sample from you, but when she puts the device back down, you swap it. Okay, I was just like, eh. Okay, yeah, easily done. This is something that you have been not necessarily looking forward to, but something you kind of expected this day.
I knew was coming.
She leaves, oblivious to the swap. You hold a vial of your own blood in your hand. It is a deep purple. It's very similar to drow blood, but a closer inspection clearly shows rivulets of mercury. A mercury sparkle that runs up and down the vial. And this is the first time that perhaps you've consciously noticed something different about your anatomy. And as you look in a mirror and you look at the vial, your focus shifts between the two. The face that you see in the mirror for a moment is not your own. Or maybe it is. There's a certain clarity to the other face, the first face you've seen, but in the same way that a dog can recognize the scent of its owner that's been deployed for a long time, your body recognizes its true face in the mirror, or a face that is still its own in the mirror. There's a sort of instinct. The same instinct that drove you to switch the vials. An instinct that is epigenetic, a fear of discovery. This is how shapeshifters survive. We pan forward. You are a young woman, 16 or 17, or Earth years of age, and you are with your mother, and you are a decorated assassin and for the Shadow Clan, and you are being enlisted into Starfleet. There is a dog-headed man behind a desk. He has big floppy jowls and is decorated in a red uniform. And he's speaking with your mother. They're going back and forth and back and forth. So the credentials, they're all clearing. They're all cleared out here. And you see, we have a sample of DNA on file. So this species is verified, and that's all very well and good. And so tell me again, it is my understanding the deal struck between our peoples and yours is that of trade. We trade the Shadow Clan of Men's and Varans and a series of Federation weapons, and you do the same in kind, and this is one of the first. This is a child. I fairly understand. This is not merely a child. This is a soldier. This is a weapon. Isn't that right, Shifra?
That is my only purpose.
What she lacks in zeal, she makes up for tenfold in efficiency. And she throws a piece of paper up into the air. And go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw, or some kind of dex check, and depending on how well you do, it'll show how impressive this mid-air dexterity trick is at selling you as a living weapon.
I'll do an acrobatics check.
Hell yeah.
That is dirty 20.
Dirty 20. What origami shape do you make out of this paper in midair?
Oh gosh, what's a origami?
You somehow make a crane despite the fact that you were slicing things.
No, I'm making.
You make a crane, foreshadowing.
Hey.
Yes, 100% makes a crane.
Paper crane, like full-on mesh,
Makes a paper
Burn Dead
crane.
style, just poking at the paper in midair with your fingers. A tiny paper crane clatters to the desk in front of the jowled dog man. Whoa! Well, damn! That is freaky. I did not like that. So, I do believe we will have a place for you in our ranks. She'll start as an ensign, as all new recruits. He gives a big old wink. to your mother is, and of course we will allow for the requisite number of proton torpedoes for that would be equivalent to the service of a child. Let's say 5 a month probably should. A galactic standard month could perhaps be amenable. Wouldn't you think? 5.
This is what they're spending your tax dollars on.
This is
5 missiles to exchange for a month of child labor. That's
the shadow.
We've got child soldiers.
The Shadow Clan of Menzin Parenzen will gladly enlist our very own Shifra Nam for the measly penance of 5 proton torpedoes a month. Shifra, you remember seeing the first time you saw a proton torpedo explode. Proton torpedo. Proton torpedo explode. We jump forward. It's just like month 2 or 3 as an ensign in the United Federation of Outworlders, and you see a proton torpedo.
Yeah, you got it.
Hit a planetary.
proton torpedo.
You see a proton
In
torpedo.
all fairness, that is a very difficult string of words,
Proton
syllables to
torpedo.
cut out.
You see a proton torpedo hit a explorer class Federation starship in a much similar size to that of the Faustnet, and you see that bitch explode. Now, class, this ship did not have its shields activated and was being put to rest. All of the debris will be collected when it falls down onto that planet's surface. It's a junk world after all, of course. Texas 4 is known for such things. Yes, Texas 4, the junk world. And so, this is why it is very important, class, that we have our shields activated at all times, even while in friendly space. The destructive power of 1 proton torpedo laid bare for each and every one of you. Class dismissed, and as the ensigns walk away, you feel a hand on your shoulder, Shifra. It is that of Security Officer Inuan Shigunjin. Behind you stands a 7-foot-tall Arakakra man in the form of a gold eagle. He is in blue regalia and speaks to you in a sort of sharp, earnest tone. You are Ensign Shifra Nam.
Yes, sir.
You are to come with me for a special assignment.
Yes, sir.
And he leads you to a room wherein there is another ensign by the name of Avery. Avery, what does Avery look like as a young cadet?
Horns too big for his face and big buggy eyes.
You see a prepubescent lizard. And you know what? Let's. What did Shifra Nam look like as a young cadet?
I think the streaks are not in Shifra's hair at the moment. It's just snowy white hair. That's something she did later for funsies because, like, she doesn't have to necessarily follow regulations to a T in regards to that anymore. She's learning to kind of, like, be a little bit more open as an adult.
Is this her buzz cut era?
I'd say it's the pixie cut era.
Ooh, pixie cut era. Ella. Oh, okay. And you two are sat in. This is an empty conference room, so there's lots of there's so much desk meant for long lectures. And Inuashi Gunjin is pointing at A holo display. You two have been selected for your aptitude in covert operations. Can anyone tell me what the function of a white blood cell is in the body? There are very similar cell structures that appear in most intelligent life forms that act not eusocially in a sort of free community basis, but most of these do share a very similar function. Do either of you know what that is, what the function of a white blood cell is?
To be the body's security force.
Yes. Now, you might think that security officers, as they are those cells, white blood cells. They are the security force of the body. They are the security force of a starship. They are the security force military presence above Federation star spaceports and stations across the galaxy. We are asking of you to be more similar to that of a cell called the natural killer T cells, an NK T cell. Now, do either of you know what that is? They are white blood cells that specialize in dealing with cancer. And he flips a slide on the holo display, and you see a list of species classified as shapeshifters. This is the cancer in question. Now, these species are classified as shapeshifters. They are named such that they can change their shape. They can... I also watched Cells at Work, thank you.
It's finally paying off!
They are named such as they are able to flawlessly replicate the appearance of other intelligent species. They are one of many high-priority threats in the United Federation of Outworlders. Now, you've chosen your aptitude in covert ops, for it is these individuals and different species, hag, shapeshifter, changeling, mimic, drow, fae, these different species known for their ability to change their shape. They cycle through. You are to familiarize yourself with the complexities and the minutia of the behaviors apparent in every shapeshifter species, for it will be your job to board ships, assimilate yourselves among the crew, identify shapeshifters, and eliminate them.
So it's not a problem that I'm a drow, sir?
No.
You just
The
mentioned
drow-
drow.
I misspoke. I meant Dryad. that's on me. Sorry, I got too lost in the sauce and forgot my.
Watching Kun really work that out in his head.
Okay.
Yep. Sorry, I meant Dryad.
I'm just imagining Shifra immediately blue screening this poor Starfleet officer.
Yeah.
He's a bird, but after all,
Talk about bird brain, am I right? Yuck, yuck, yuck!
Ha-cha-cha!
Hey, I thought you only got one of those.
No, I got one Wilhelm. You didn't say how many gunshots I
Oh,
get.
damn. Okay.
You want to buy a drum?
In the contract.
Shut up. Wrong campaign. Get out of here.
Ah, dang it.
Are there any questions from the two of you? You will be working together. Only you and your partner will know that you are part of that very same task force. Your point of contact for missions and such will be me, and me alone. No one else on any starship you may work with me will know of our secret prerogative.
Beyond their shape-shifting abilities, why are they a threat?
There is no other reason. There's no other need for another reason. They are an intelligent species that through a thought can simply be someone else, skirt responsibility for any other action that they cause. A friend of mine introduced me to a book series. I encourage you to look it up and indulge in the fantasy yourself. It's called The Lord of the Rings. The titular ring, the main Shut up. This is very important. The main corrupting force of the ring is simply the ability to get away with anything that you should decide to do through invisibility. And with the shapeshifter's power, they have a sort of social invisibility that the Federation simply cannot allow to run rampant through our organization. It is very that simple. It is just a security threat too great to even consider any other course of action. That is, we do not hunt them in the wild.
I will comply with my mission, but I want us to think about the ethical implications here, sir. This sounds very similar to what Earth went through in the 1600s with their indigenous population.
We do not hunt them in the wild. We hunt them in our organizations. We hunt them on our ships, where our lives are at stake. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Chief Renam, you are dismissed.
Chief leaves.
Avery.
Is that all you wanted?
Shifra, are you going to act? Are you going to like leave, or are you gonna want to roll to continue to glean shit?
I'm gonna roll to continue to glean shit.
All right,
real
go ahead and
quick.
give me a stealth check.
I'm still laughing. I'm still going.
Is that all you wanted? Sat there through
Text
the whole
me. Text me your roll.
Okay. Anything else? Am I good to go?
What's absolutely killing me is that the person who has made me laugh the hardest on this entire show has been you for the single one-liners that you pull out of absolutely nowhere.
That was excellent timing. That was perfect.
Your comedic timing is impeccable. Is that all you wanted?
You seen this asshole?
Yeah, you seen this asshole? That's another one. Yeah, you seen this asshole?
It's always the like out of nowhere one-liners with the
Yeah, just the
You want to buy a
subtle-
Trump?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
Sheeprad's the one that has the issue with the orators.
Avery chill as fuck.
It's also
Chief was
funny
like,
considering
hey,
how
we're
you
repeating
described
history.
Avery.
Maybe this is a problem.
Avery's just like, is that it?
Alright.
Oh boy. It caught me off guard. So funny.
It's got big, like, two people arguing energy, and then as soon as it's done, it's like, okay, so what are we thinking for dinner, guys?
Yeah. So, pizza for dinner, right?
It's got that energy.
I love it. That's so funny. Absolutely hysterical.
Can I continue?
Well, hang on, I'm not done laughing. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay. Avery, there is something you need to be privy to, and I don't know how to broach this with you, but you need to keep an eye on your partner. A close eye. Do you understand?
Yep, we'll be working together. I could keep a good
Avery.
close eye on her.
you need to keep an extra close eye on her. She's a child soldier from Benson Veranzen. The Federation does not quite know where the true allegiance of these agents lie within the Federation of Outworlders. And so, as your partner, you are in an opportune position to keep an eye on her. There is reason to believe that her DNA records have been falsified. That is textbook shapeshifter shit. And so I need you to tell me whether or not you would be comfortable killing your partner.
Well, I don't like it, but if that's what you require.
The most amenable man in the world.
I don't want to make you do anything that you don't want to do. Aside from you're all right with our mission, right? You understand why we need to do what we need to do and why the task force is...
Yeah, if they're not who they say they are, we gotta
who can
gotta
we trust?
stop them. Exactly.
Right. And as contradictory to our mission as it may be, I need you to be careful in this person who I am also telling you to trust.
Yeah.
Avery, we flash forward to one of the first missions, one of the first ships that you and Chief Renam are put on. It is the DFS Lucia. It's a ship. It's a freighter, and you are assigned as a pilot, and she is assigned as a security officer, much as it is, much as your roles and your specializations within the organization. And you are chasing down a short and but whip thin ensign in a red shirt, and as you duck and weave around the crew members as you are in hot pursuit, we can see that she's still got like a vial of something jiggling on the outside of her arm, and it is a serum that is specially designed to destabilize the forms of shifters, especially in moments of extreme emotional distress. Go ahead and give me an athletics check to try to gain ground chasing this shifter.
Both of us?
No, just Avery.
Ah. Can it be both of us?
What did you roll?
10.
On a 10, you lose sight of her right before you lose sight of her because you've been running down a hallway. You make a right turn, and when you make that right turn, the next turn was so close that she's no longer in sight. So you go down to where the hallway splits off, and you look back right and left, but you don't. There's a weird density of people that she was able to slow down and just kind of act normal and kind of blend in just a little bit. Shifra, go ahead and give me an attack roll.
An attack roll? What weapon? Does it matter?
Whatever weapon you think you would use in a close quarters chase.
Great sword.
It's a pretty
I'm
alright
using
sword.
my phaser to stun them.
It's okay.
Phaser to
Like
stun.
I'm literally just setting it to stun, so non-lethal damage. So that is probably going to hit because that's a 19 on the die plus 8.
Definitely hits. Go ahead. What you saw was this short but thin ensign in a red shirt, kind of a messy bob. You can see that her nose won't stay a same shape as she rounds the corner. Takes a moment to catch her breath. Just kind of grabs the syringe and stuffs it in her chest. Like takes a second to think, and strolls. You just so happens to be walking in the opposite direction of her, and now you've got to go to work.
She is going to stuff her feelings down real deep.
Roll to stuff your feelings. Charisma saving throw.
That's a 10.
It's a 10. You cannot get this. Is it A, pity, B, annoyance, or C, disgust that you can't wipe off your face as you stun this person?
I think it's pity.
And you just kind of casually flip your phaser out, set it to stun real fast, and down. Just hitting the deck with a loud thud. And the shifter kind of inflates a bit like a balloon. The skin turns a sickly green as a very young hag is revealed to you and Avery, who saw this takedown from down the hallway.
She was terrified.
Yeah, it has to be done though.
Does it?
That's what they said. Look how easily she could have gotten away.
Do you not see how this is wrong, Avery? That they're just trying to exist? I'm not saying that there aren't shifters that are in the wrong. 100%. There are bad eggs in every fucking basket. But
we wouldn't be hunting them if they didn't do bad things, right?
history says otherwise, Avery.
You bring the unconscious form of the hag into the bridge, where there is a captain. Unfortunately, not Iron Phillips. This is at a time when Phillips wasn't your captain, unfortunately, and this
Gold
captain
Johnson.
This captain looks just like this captain looks just like a Bria Iyengar.
Captain Platinum John.
No, it's Captain Abria Iyengar, actually. And Yoashi Gunjin is standing next to her, and she says, "What is this? What the actual fuck?" And Yoashi Gunjin says, "Captain, they are my special task force. It appears that we have got our quarry." And that is where we're going to end this flashback for the both of you. Let's see.
Woo!
Yay, we did it.
Yay!
They all doubted us, not
Hi,
me.
my secret's now known to the group.
Which one?
Not in character, but...
Which one, bud? We all got secrets.
Right.
We all got secrets, and I think it's going to be interesting when mine gets revealed. I don't know if that's what we're doing today, but...
The city planet of Buffalo 9.
Ah, fuck. This is me. God, I'm the one who...
Could you describe the dingy, grimy, greasy, nasty home of scum and villainy that is the bar that you are meeting your criminal mentor and fortuitous name double. Hold on, I have a name here. So many notes.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, okay. Your fortuitous name double, Farron, who is a large, bulky, Triton man of like a deep kind of turquoise, who is wearing the Starfleet mechanic's uniform, and he goes, "Listen, Farron, this is so great that you came. I can get you on your starship, and then you can leave this place. Listen. How many times have you been made in the last cycle? 3. And now you're gonna get on a ship and you're gonna blast light years away. No one's gonna ever find out ever again that you're a shifter."
Are you sure? I mean, it wouldn't be the first time one of my friends has cracked down on a ship. Do you think this one's safe?
Oh, of course. It's the fucking Faustina. This ship goes nowhere. It goes nowhere in a long time.
Where are you getting the name that's getting me on the ship?
Oh yeah. There's this fucking knucklehead. His name is Milo. A real fucking klutz. He keeps dropping my tools on me. And yeah, we'll be taking care of him. We'll be
taking care of him?
Well, yeah. Come on. When have you ever been scared of a little danger? Remember the job we pulled on in fucking New York?
I was the one in danger on that one. That's why I got made. You let me get hit one too many fucking times. Don't. It's not.
Yeah. Good times. But no. You gotta trust me. You can trust me. Hey. It's me with them. Who always has a plan? Farron's always got a plan.
Farron always has a plan.
That's what I'm always saying. And it's, you know, it'll be just like that time we caught. That station wagon off of Nevada 3 and jumped it all the way to Hawaii 12. You know what I mean?
But this time it's with Starfleet, Farron.
It's with you know, Starfleet. Red tape out the wazoo. Listen. Navigating Starfleet is so fucking easy. I'm already the lead mechanic on the fucking Faustina. I'm already chief engineer on the Faustina. It's so... Dude, these square fucking eggheads, they're so easy to manipulate. You just say a couple of choice buzzwords here and there, you salute some pansy in a uniform, and you're fucking made.
Alright, let me see a picture of the kid.
And we see Milo on a fucking Polaroid. Fucking Polaroid picture.
I sigh, and my curly cowled gray face slowly turns a light blue color as my hair extends out and falls past my shoulders in a seafoam green color before he kind of puts it up. What's the kid sound like?
Well,
does anyone know him on the ship?
Well, he kind of sounds like a kid who's trying too hard. And everyone kind of doesn't hang out with him because of it. You know what I mean? It's kind of one of those guys.
Far too well. How's this?
Well, I'll let you hear the guy before we whack him. Come on, I'll let you hear the guy before we whack him.
Okay. I'm doing my best. Okay.
Yeah, wipe that face off. Wipe that face off of your face. You're not him.
Wipe that. Yep. And I can describe what my character looks like if anyone needs it. Farron is a changeling. He's a little taller than Milo is. He has kind of an ashy gray skin, not unlike Drow do. And white hair that is much shorter than Milo's. Milo's in like a bun in the photo you can see, but like it does just go like down the ear. He just has like a very short cut up top. He is got a general look of being bothered by his surroundings. A man who has never got to know peace or got to know a place before he left, and thus the lack of hope behind his eyes is apparent. You screw me over on this, we're through, you understand that?
Of course, but I tell you, we're set for life. You know what I heard? You know what I fucking heard the other day? Hold on, I heard this the other day. I heard some security guys talking. This fucking big eagle guy, he's talking about that they're gonna put a guy on the ship and do something called shuffling.
Shuffling.
They call it shuffling. They put a prisoner on a starship, and then that starship goes out and does exploration. So that so that the Federation doesn't quite know where exactly the prisoner is, and so does no one else. No one else who might be looking for that prison. So, well, that's what we're gonna do with you. We're gonna shuffle you along with the crowd, the crew.
All right, I'll fucking pack my shit.
Oh, and Fastener leaves in about 30 minutes, so let's hustle.
All right, I'll pack my shit fucking fast. Jesus fuck.
What are some choice affects that you bring along on this daring? You guys are gonna go kidnapping, I guess.
On our daring kidnapping.
Yes.
I kind of think about it for a bit. The love of cooking is not a Milo thing. That is very much a Farron thing. So he brings his chef supplies, and he keeps kind of going like, I don't need all the knives. I'll just take this one. Well, but what if they have fish on the ship? You know, I should probably grab my... and that's how he ends up with fucking 9 knives. And he doesn't wear it because it's pretty obvious, but he always keeps with him a small vial containing his mother's ashes. That is the only personal item that is not, and he has kept that pretty well hidden.
Wild.
Yeah.
And you, Farron and Farron, go to the dock where the Fastener is currently fueling up. And there is a long line of ensigns and security personnel, medical personnel, science officers, looking over various data pads and the like. And Farron brings you over to a crate and says, "This is one of my crates. You're going in on this."
I'm going in on the crate?
You're going in on the crate. And he opens up the shutter. There's a pillow in there.
Oh, how kind. How very sweet of you,
Get in the
Farron.
fucking box.
I'm not getting in the fucking box.
I'm gonna give you a stealth check with advantage as we move the crate onto the ship.
Hey! I'm looking at Griffin's character sheet. I was gonna say, I should have proficiency in that. Griffin doesn't. He wears a giant mech suit everywhere he goes, and it goes every time he moves. With advantage, that is a 26.
The 26. Farron does this thing where he literally talks the ear off of the guy running the X-ray scanner, and with a pretty simple bit of sleight of hand is able to just kind of, you guys already know what's on here. You don't need any of this, and he kind of deletes the images taken of the inside of the box, and we clearly see Milo's skeleton and the box gets loaded in, and Farron makes his way with his crate. You get put, let me pull up the ship real fast. You get put in the back of the Fastener, kind of where Trish McKinley has been hanging out. This back engine room here.
Okay.
That's where he kind of made his main office, right near Dex Engine 1. And so he has a bunch of personal effects in there, some fairy lights. He's just a kind of whimsical kind of guy.
The fun stuff.
And it is there where you spend probably a day and a half laying low, while Farron tries to ferry Milo to his tomb. Go ahead and give me a luck check to see how well that goes.
Oh, well, that's an 18, which is not bad.
Which is not bad.
For killing a guy.
That's not bad for killing a guy. And so with an 18, I say it only takes like a day and a half of Galactic Standard Time before Farron is like manages to like Milo has been struggling socially on the ship, and so when Chief Engineer Farron noted just kind of bombastic hang, strides up to him and is like, "Hey kid, you want to get a drink?" "Yeah, I could get you a drink. Come on this way. Let's get a drink back in my office." "Oh boy, your office? Oh wow. I'd never. Hey, that's nice. Okay, cool." And what you can hear Farron approach. You can hear him punching his security code to that room, and the doors fucking slide open.
I assume that I'm the one tasked with, you know? Or is that what you're implying?
Oh, I mean, if you want to do something,
I don't, but...
Okay, and then so then Farron leads Milo in, and Milo sees a gray stranger.
How you doing?
Hi. You're not in uniform. We know, kid. Thunk.
He seemed really nice.
Nah, gonna fucking kiss ass.
All right. And I unfortunately kind of, without really any passion of any kind or anything but like blatant this might as well happen energy start to take form of Milo. And
that's a good kid. Come on. Come
okay.
on, get in this guy's skin. Come on, we gotta strip him for parts. Let's see if we got any credits.
Don't. Oh my god.
Come on, shake him down. Let's do the shakedown. Come on.
I start to steal his uniform, checking the pockets as I go.
Floppy deadweight arms just kind of flapping everywhere as he gets jostled around by the Bulby.
I don't feel good about this.
Sometimes survival means doing things that don't feel good, but in the long run, you'll be like, hey, I got so fucking far away from that place where I was made.
Again and again and again. You just needed to make sure I didn't go down. You understand that, right? I can hold these forms indefinitely.
Right.
Okay. Just want to make sure you understood.
I understand your whole deal, but you also gotta understand that there actually is no such thing as the conservation of ninjutsu. If you take on 5 ninjas by yourself, you're gonna get your ass rocked.
Fucking. What are we gonna do with the what's left?
Oh, we got a nice box here.
All right. Fair enough, I guess.
Hey, you got any other stuff on you?
Yeah, I got some of the stuff. I knew this was gonna be the deal.
Yeah.
I reach into the box where I pull out my pack of personal belongings and pull out the space equivalent of of cocaine.
Oh, spice.
Spice. I pull out spice. That's the one.
Yeah,
I
totally.
pull out some spice. Yeah, I'm not really feeling it right now, so you're gonna do this on your own, friend. And I toss him a bag.
Fuck yeah. Oh, I'm so glad, dude. Milo.
Milo. I look at his credentials. Ensign Milo Renfrew. You couldn't even get me like a lieutenant commander.
No.
All right.
Wait, are you kidding me? Lieutenant commanders know people. People know lieutenant commanders. Nobody knows ensigns. They die all the time, and when a lieutenant dies, they throw a few. When they throw a fucking parade. When an ensign dies, shoot him out the back with the garbage. Federation's fucked up, man. Fucked up.
Yeah. I knew that already. They've been hunting me for sport for my entire life.
I doubt it. I mean,
They killed my mom.
They fight.
We've been through this.
Let's not. You know what? I promised Milo a drink.
All right.
Let's have it.
I'll take a drink.
Let's have a drink. Let's have a couple of drinks. Sure. And he's got too many shot glasses for a workspace on his desk, and he lines them up. To living.
To living.
To living and to survival, and he doesn't even drink any of the ones that he's poured. He just takes it from the bottle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's good. Good stuff. They grow just amazing corn on Kansas too. You ever been to Kansas too? I've been to Kansas too a couple of times.
I heard it's mostly just corn there.
It's corn and wheat and corn. There's a lot of grains.
Corn and wheat and corn. Weird dog things or something, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Didn't really seem like my thing. Cats, was it? I can't remember what it was from Brian Phillips' backstory.
And that is how Milo gets onto the Faustina.
Or more realistically, how Farron the Changeling got onto the Faustina.
We are going to come to the present, where we have Milo, Shifra, Dr. Crane, and Mira looking at a strange mannequin man. That's not the sound I wanted. Here we go.
Milo pulls up on his he pulls up the standard script for dealing with an unknown entity and goes, "Stop! You are interrupting official Federation Starfleet business. I ask that you identify yourself immediately."
Oh, Milo, please. I am just not in the mood.
Okay, sir. Whatever you say. It's so hard now that you guys know to go back to being Milo, by the way.
Yeah.
It's so hard to go back. Of course, sir. Would you like a strawberry? I was asking you, Rupert, not the mysterious entity.
I fully understand.
Okay.
I know what you were saying. I need you, Milo. Milo, I need you to look at me for a second and not the mannequin.
I'm looking right at you, sir.
Shut up, Milo.
Yes, sir. So weird now that we know.
Mannequin is just kind of like.
Can I do some sort of like some sort of check on like a knowledge check of what it is?
Give me a Arcana check, a survival check, or an investigation check.
Well, Arcana is what I got. I rolled an 8.
See how it is when we know, when you don't have a plan, but you're good at criticizing my plan.
24 Arcana.
What is this thing's function?
On an Arcana, you said it was over 20, right?
24.
24. On a 24.
I am a wizard.
Yes.
Reminder.
On a 24, you notice that all of its joints have similar gold rivulets rolling through it. The neck joint that connects the head piece to the torso piece, the shoulder joints that connect the shoulders to the arms to the the shoulder joint connected to the arm joint.
Yeah, you're doing it. You're doing it.
I did it.
Yeah, we did it.
So this appears to be in some kind of autonomous.
Autonomous to describe something
automaton
that has its own autonomy. Yes, autonomous.
Yes.
That is created and perhaps functions under similar principles as the blue corals that you have already been studying while you've been here in Chautauqua, which you don't know the name of, but this city, yeah.
The memory coral.
Yeah. So that's on a 24. You clock that immediately, and I'm going to give you 2 other questions. I'll let you ask me 2 questions that I will have to answer honestly.
Okay. Does anybody want to chime in with other questions? I just wanted to roll a check to see if I had any idea of like what I was looking at. Can
I would
we?
love to, but I've been told not to.
That's honestly fair.
What does its function appear to be?
Yeah, does it seem like it's guarding, or does it seem like it's a warrior? Is it like a security?
On a 24, looking for function under the umbrella of just material components and design. It is designed kind of neutrally. There's a round, featureless head, featureless barrel chest, abdominal joints that stack on top of each other in kind of C-shaped cups. Very similar, I think I described it as one of those like draw pose mannequins that they sell at art stores and whatnot. And so on a 24, I will say that it is very likely that this is a platform for accessories of some kind. The exact nature of which is not too dreadfully apparent until it turns its back and you see embossed in gold on its back the visage of a ballooning tent with various rides in a Ferris wheel carved onto it as on its back as well. Whatever this is, its original purpose clearly is branded to the fairgrounds, to which you were already heading, as that was where one of the pins for one of your lost crew members is.
It's a mannequin. It's like a fairgrounds mannequin.
It appears to be some kind of automata that it belongs to a fairgrounds.
It's Chuck E. Cheese.
It's not an animatronic.
Okay.
It's just a guy. It's a featureless man. It's a featureless biped thing.
If asking if it had any sort of sentience count towards the questioning.
Yes.
You can say okay.
If you want to ask me if it, based off of what it has done, what you've witnessed it do, can you assume it has sentience? I will tell you with certainty that it is in fact.
My bigger string of questioning would be along the lines of: is it currently being controlled versus is it working on its own? Like, does it seem like it has active orders, or does this seem like this is something that is working of its own volition on its own independently based on programming, I guess?
You bust out your data pad and scan it for signals transmitted or received, and there are none. Whatever is making it do what it is doing, it is of its own, under its own power. Whether or not it is simply enacting programming, there's not enough data at this point. But it did rescue you guys.
Okay. I look at the rest of the crew.
She recognizes this as the thing that was following them.
I turn and look at the rest of the crew as I'm like, does anybody want to try to talk to it, or am I alone here?
I can try to talk to it if you'd like, sir, but sounds like you don't.
Okay. You know what, Milo? If anybody's going to walk up and talk to the killbot, I'm going to go ahead and say it's you. Go ahead, Milo. Do me a favor.
That makes me feel really valued, sir. Thank you so much.
I just don't see how it would.
There's no signals coming from. There's no. You know what? I don't know either, but
I'm gonna say hello in primordial.
That's a good guess.
Its head. Well, I mean, the computers have been taking enough of the language of the ruins that it already has a pretty good language model already. And so if you just want to label it primordial, we can go ahead and do that.
Sure.
Or wait, or maybe did we already say it was deep speech? Let's call it primordial. If you say hello in the native tongue, it does look at you. Which is a thing to say about something that has no discernible eyeballs.
I'm going to slowly approach it. I'm still like on my toes mechanically. If I can take the dodge action as I approach, in case it's just going to swing at me. But
as you start to invade its personal space, it moves back in a very in a distinctly sentient manner.
Can I make an insight check to kind of get a nature of how sentient it is?
Yeah, go for it.
22.
On a
plus
20,
7 to insight.
On a 22, you see as it backs up how it kind of slips on like some debris on the ground, and because Waterworld, it doesn't fall, but kind of like starts to slowly float down, and it kind of grabs at the wall and everything. And there's a familiarity to the posture of a frightened creature, a frightened bipedal thing.
Yeah.
That
Shifra's gonna have her hands up and go, "Hey, we're not here to hurt you." We have
no intentions of hurting you. Thank you so much for. I don't speak the language that you're speaking. It seems complicated.
I don't either. What did she?
A lot of glottal stops in there. I don't know. I hope she said the same thing I said, but I don't know for sure.
Yes, I said the same thing you did.
Okay, please just. We are confused about who or what you are, but we do not see you as a threat. We just want to make sure that we can step away from this situation safely with both parties being okay. And I look to Shifra to translate that.
Translates it and also adds, "Thank you for not attacking us. I saw you earlier. Are you okay?"
You seem incapable of speech, so if you could give us simple gestures to communicate.
It doesn't have it doesn't have like digits. It has just kind of
pins.
Ovals. It's like ovals that were cut in half.
Can you point up for good, point down for bad? Are you okay? Good.
I love this voice you're doing for Milo.
Yeah, it's funny trying to do like a serious, calm voice for Milo. It's so hard.
It's very funny to listen to.
And it's funny because now you know that anytime I struggle with the voice, it's in character. Anyway.
The entity is going to reach its hand out and try to like press it against Milo's forehead.
I allow it.
Go ahead and give me a charisma saving throw.
As he's doing that, Dr. Crane is going to like prep a spell. Like he pulls up his data pad and he's just like immediately like.
Shifra puts a hand out to like show Crane like, hold off. This might actually be something that like needs to happen.
Dirty 20.
On a dirty 20, you live out. On a dirty 20, you are taken back through the history of this automata to a shining, beautiful day in the city of Chautauqua, a name that you intuitively now understand. There is much fun to be had in the city, especially because tonight is the night of a fabulous concert. A concert that you, Milo, are to lead. No, not you, Milo, but I guess the entity and the mannequin is to lead. And you see in the mind's eye of the mannequin a handsome fishman face as he looks into a mirror that is illuminated by bioluminescent starfish and just kind of doing his like makeup, just kind of smearing on various kinds of muds and everything. And he is speaking in primordial to some other very handsome fishmen. And one by one, they are receiving missives on like holograph, like kind of songs are being sung out of these handheld like clams, and it seems to worry the lot of them. They move from this marine dressing room and go out into a large conference room. There is tables upon tables. It looks like very important business people, business fish of various shapes, sizes, and creeds, various species, as they take their stage and they start to sing a song. And one by one, you see dignitaries kind of faint and drop onto the table. There is much confusion, and one by one, there are reporters that drop out of the water and onto the ground. And soon you see the lights from the other members of this group of handsome fishmen. They are starting to fall, and you can see the light leave their eyes. And still, it is simply this last one, the one that you are seeing through its eyes. You can see them back up in confusion. You can see his actual hands clasped together in prayer, and you see the luminous form of a golden ray enter the building. And it takes a more humanoid form, a young girl with hair that is the large fins of the ray, draping back past her in a long flowing cape. And she puts her hand on his forehead, and he is taken from this vessel, the meat vessel. And suddenly time moves very fast as this kind of orb of this person's identity is kind of swallowed in the arms of this glowing ray girl, as it is carted away faster and faster through the city until finally they make it to the carnival, where where this Lady Ray places it into a mannequin. And it is there that the vision stops.
I think by the end of the vision, there is some light tears coming down Milo's cheek. You're hurt and lost. They did what they could, but I'm so sorry that happened to you. I'm catching on to he lost it. He kind of coughs for a second. We have someone on the ship. His name's Griffin. He did something similar to what your goddess did. Maybe he could help you get a more productive form. I'm sorry, not to be rude to your current form.
He points to your Starfleet badge, and then points to where it would be on his chest, and then he points up through. So in a world where the inhabitants can swim, and the world is covered completely in water, stairs aren't a thing, and so most buildings have a central column of hole through the building to all of the floors, to up and down, because why would you need stairs? And so he points up and starts to swim up.
I think we should go with him. I just saw something very horrifying.
What did you see?
I saw a life. I saw artist. I saw beauty. And I saw it all fade away.
You're going to have to. I am taking notes. You need to be significantly
I'm so
more
sorry.
clear.
He was a person. He was a musician. I made it sound like musicians are people. I'm panicking. Okay, I'm sorry.
We kind of hear above
It
the
sounds really
follow.
complicated.
I just take
entity
Rupert's
kind
hand
of
and I
tapping
start
on the
swimming
roof,
up.
being like, "Come on,
Yeah.
guys!"
Oh,
I just grab Rupert and I start swimming.
oh no!
It leads you.
Fortunately, Milo is notably stronger than Rupert.
He is not. He is a wizard. He is significantly weaker than
I
most
just
people.
come on, we don't have time to talk about this. We can take notes later.
It leads you up through.
Shifra grabs Crane's hand and kind of just like pats him on her back.
Aw.
It's just
He does
it
the
would
old
make sense
standard
that
102.
And it leads you up to the top of the building where there is like a rusted open hatch. You can see signs of just chaotic natural water, fresh water. Well, not so fresh. It is filled with the dirt of the outside. It's like someone left a door open for 1,000 years.
When you said I heard bees, and I was terrified. It's just filled with bees. Sea bees.
And,
oh boy!
and you guys managed. You are now on top of this building.
It's filled with naval building, like Army Corps of Engineers.
The sea bees. All
My
right.
neighbor's my neighbor was actually a CB. This
My
Hey.
fiance was a CB.
nice. And
Sounds
he.
cool.
You guys are now all on top of the building. You see the skyline of Chautauqua, the grand centerpiece, of course, being the Grand Chautauqua. And Milo, you now are able to like explain that is why you somehow got a crash course in this entity's personal history and all of the context that would make it necessary to really understand it. And so you understand that this entity was not just a performer or an artist. He was the performer and the artist.
Is he one of the boy band leaders?
He is one of the main boys of the main boy band parliament at the instant of the massive catastrophe that wiped out the
Justin
majority of
Timberlake.
life.
Yes, I was gonna say so. I was trying to find like a Zane fish pun, and it just wasn't coming to me.
Hell yeah.
Justin Timberlake made me laugh.
It's Lance Seabass.
Avril Ravine.
Oh, shit.
All right, one more.
That's good.
I'll offer one more.
Ooh, another
Oh,
common
boy.
SW right there. All right.
Yes.
Ooh.
And
man. This is
Ooh.
Milo, you look at this city with
Nick Lachey.
I missed
That's
it.
my
What'd you
last
say?
one. Nick Lachey. It was the last one I had.
Oh, Nick Lachey.
Yeah. It's not good. but
Milo,
it was
you are
there.
looking at this whole civilization with brand new eyes, now aware of its history and understanding what it was, and seeing the ruin that it has become. You see the Great Chautauqua, a towering, multi-tiered, just spire that reaches to the heavens, the crowning jewel of the city. And you also, a lot of you see the great black ray shark, bigger fish that seems to have doubled back, having lost its prey, and is now going in the direction of the Great Chautauqua. It casts a large shadow wherever it is. And farther away, you see to the left, if we're looking at the Chautauqua, we pan over to the left, and we see, and Milo, you now know what it is. It is the carnival. It is the great fairgrounds, where this individual was placed by the Lady Ray. And Milo, you now know who the lady, or about kind of what the lady is and was. Just kind of all that jazz. And this entity points in the direction of the carnival, and you guys start to jump from building to building, Bat-Fam style, as you go. Or swim, I guess you guys can technically have flight, but if you want to do Batman shit, I won't stop you.
For not the effect.
Dr. Crane's being carried this whole time, but he is not happy about it. So there's an easier way I could make something levitate. We do not need to do this.
We don't have time for that right now.
he's holding on for dear life. Like you said, it was a Shifra was giving effectively a piggyback ride, and you're holding his
Pretty
hand.
much.
I was
Yeah.
picturing the way
Hold
that
on,
Scooby-Doo
Spider-Monkey.
jumps in Shaggy's arms.
It's definitely a hold on Spider Monkey moment.
Yep. He is holding on for dear life right now, being like being pulled through water sucks. Like that force being pulled on you, and he's just like, we could do this so much easier. I do not understand. Why are we doing
We
it?
do
this
not
way?
have time for this right now, Crane.
It would take 2 seconds to cast.
I do not want to hear it. Crane, I have had it up to here with your notes and no action. We have to go.
I mean, he is your superior.
I don't care right now. That is a fact. And Milo
Come on,
is... I'm sorry, Farron.
If we follow him, we can get all the scans we want.
The Farron inside of Milo is like, shut the fuck up, dude. We gotta go.
Yeah,
I've
come on.
seen New York City at its peak and at its ruin. I am not okay.
That's basically the energy that the internal person inside of Milo is trying to filter through a Milo thing.
Filter through it all. We're gonna pan. We're gonna do a new. So we're gonna pan up to the Faustina. We're gonna pan down onto Iron Phillips as he is splayed on the slab, and we're gonna zoom in through his eyes as we see sparks jump from node to node inside, as the last vestiges of Captain Iron Phillips is just kind of hanging in there, tucked deep back in the terabytes of memory. We see a young Iron Phillips with a duffel bag, with Phillips stitched on there by hand, as he opens one of the sliding doors to a very, very, very small sleeping quarters. There are 8 bunks in here, and it is barely the size of a closet. Can we just go ahead and describe young Captain Phillips?
So young Captain Phillips, before he had the weight of the world thrust upon him, young blonde kid, pretty good shape, hefty coffee addiction. If it kind of puts it into perspective of like what he's like, where it's wake up in the morning and down an entire pot of coffee type person. But he's like he's kind of a go-getter at this point in his life. He's just kind of excited to join Starfleet and get away from the only sight from here to the horizon being fields of corn.
As you put your duffel bag down, what is like the first thing that you get out of your bag and put in the bunk that I guess you're claiming because you're the first one in here?
A pair of socks. The first thing he does is he gets out a pair of socks and he's like, I'm going to put these things on the first thing in the morning. And it's nothing like starting the day with dry feet. It's going to be great.
The doors open again. And
I love the sensation of fabric against my feet. I hope I never lose that.
I love discovering new ways to miss my flesh form.
It's a good thing I got such soft skin to go against these warm socks.
There's nothing quite like touching the cold linoleum in the morning and immediately putting on a nice pair of wool socks. It's going to be, what a great way to start the day.
The door to the sleeping quarters open, and a young Aarakocra lad comes in with a different bag, but it's more of a backpack, but it's just as large as your duffel bag, and it says, "Greetings. I am to understand that we will be bunk mates. This Aarakocra has like light brown feathers, but a good majority of it, you can see that sort of in a way that is reminiscent to alopecia. Darker feathers are coming in while lighter feathers are kind of fluffing off. I am to understand that we are to be bunking with each other. My name is Ensign Inuashi Gungeon, and I am to be a captain one day.
Hey, pleasure's all mine, Gungeon. It's name's Phillips. The I
You
did
do not
I
have
did
a first name?
that's most people just, I'm sorry, where I'm from, most people just call me by my last name. It was just how I was called. Morgan Phillips. Ensign
Morgan.
Morgan
I don't
Phillips.
know who Philip Phillips this whole
Yeah,
time.
no, Morgan Phillips.
That's the biggest secret revealed today.
Hey, so I did take the top bunk, but you seem like a bird man. You like heights?
No.
You seem like a bird man. It's insane.
he's not bright. He's just really,
Hey man, you seem like an Arakakra.
yeah. You seem like a bird man. You like heights? You can take the top bunk. I'll move.
Oh, I was like, do I have Morgan in my notes as your first name? Yes, I do. I just
Yeah.
forgot. I am indifferent to heights.
Hey, are you cool with me taking the top bunk?
It makes no difference to me the elevation at which you sleep.
It does for me, because if you piss your bed, it comes down on me if I'm on the bottom. Or say, hey, get this. Maybe you're not a bedwetter. I get it. You're an adult. I hope. If we go out drinking and you decide that you can't hold your liquor and you need to throw up, if you're on the top bunk, it just goes down. But if you're on the bottom bunk, you wake up with your bed partner's vomit all over you. Are you picking up what I'm putting down, brother?
I do not drink.
We're going to change that.
No, we will not.
I will drive you to drink.
I will. Trust me. If you're like, listen, man, if you grew up where I grew up, you know what?
Where I grew up, primates are considered vermin.
Primates? I'm a human, brother.
You are a human, a form of primate. On my planet, they have 3 thumbs and steal our seed.
I got one thumb, and I grow mine.
You grow your own seed. Yes, of course. You can tell it is clear as day that he's already exasperated with you.
Yeah, oh yeah. It's like, told you, you're gonna be drinking soon. I'm gonna tell you what. You know what? I snuck this on. Don't tell anybody, but I will. It's a little secret here. And he pulls out a hip flask out of the bottom of his bag that has corn liquor, like just corn whiskey, just homemade, absolute trash liquor that will strip paint off of cars.
I'm gonna give him a dexterity check with advantage to drink out of a flask, a task that is not easy for someone without lips.
It's good to know that Ian Phillips was insufferable at the beginning, but he grew up and matured into a different kind of insufferable.
A different type of insufferable. Yeah.
Yeah, just
The maximum roll on the maximum dice value that was rolled was a 5. The other one was a natural 1. And with that, he takes the flask. He smells it.
I wouldn't do that. Just drink it.
No, he smells it, he sneezes, and he drops the flask on the ground.
Oh, come on, man. Do you know how long that took to make?
It is for the best. We should not be under the influence when surrounded by expensive machinery.
That sounds like coward speak to me. You craven, Raven? Look at you, Birdman. Let's go.
I am not a raven. I am an eagle.
Oh, struck a nerve, huh? All right.
I am not a carrion bird. My people are proud warriors.
All right, well, prove it. Take a sip.
From the ground.
Hey, you're the one who dropped it. That's not my fault.
I will not be doing that.
Oh, okay, Birdman.
Call me Gungeon, if you must refer to people by their last names.
You know what? I can deal with that. Gungeon, I think we got off on the wrong foot. How about,
I do not have feet.
Oh, boy. How do you feel about arm wrestling?
We flash forward to a long, boring night of transit aboard this starship. This is a training vessel. There's a lot of officer track personnel on this, and you, Gunjin, and like two other like nameless ensigns are trying to while away the hours. When you are looking through like the stored media on the data pads, and you find a digital remaster of the original black and white to color Wizard of Oz.
Oh man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I've never actually watched this. My grandfather told me about this movie.
I have not seen much of Terran media.
I'll preface it based on what I know from it. It's weird. This is a weird one. You know what? Let's watch it.
It would be preferable to staring at the wall.
I highly doubt that. Like, trust me, I grew up on a farm. Watching paint dry is not entertaining.
Obviously. And the two of you, as you watch, mainly I want to fast forward through the first bits of the movie right to when Dorothy says, "Oh, Toto, we're not in Kansas anymore." And then Inuashi looks at you and says, "It would appear that you are no longer in Kansas as well."
Well, Kansas too, to be more specific. But yeah, you're right.
We flash forward to the first away mission that you and Inuashi Gunjin are beamed down to. You are both security personnel, phasers in hands. The second that you both touch the planet's soil, Gunjin turns to you and says, "It would appear you are not in Kansas anymore."
Hey, Gunjin.
We flash forward to another planet, another mission. The second you guys beam down and your feet hit the dirt, Inuashi turns to you and says, "Phillips."
Yeah, Gunjin, what's up, buddy?
"It would appear you are not in Kansas anymore."
You know what? This is getting funnier every time you do it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie with you. You know how to tell a joke. This is incredible. He comes over and he just gives him like the biggest bear hug. He's like, "You know how to tell a joke. This is the greatest day of my life."
Be careful. I don't want you to strain yourself. I am much taller than you now. 7 foot tall.
He's 7 foot tall. You got bird bones, man, though. You are light as hell.
Please, put me down.
I don't think so.
These two are light. I hope neither of them ever dies.
We flash forward to the day of the crash, and Inuashi, we see Captain Phillips standing in the middle of the bridge, giving a presentation. And the prisoner that we have on board came on board with a unique artifact, this large black gemstone. Now, it appears to be a relic from our prisoner's home country, and for whatever reason, it was saying fit that he maintain proximity with it. We are still unsure why. One thing also of note, and you see that as Gunjin continues to lay out in detail what he's found out about the gemstone, you can see the gemstone is suspended in a sort of hollow display, like levitating like tube of light, and you can see that as Gunjin continues to talk about the more in detail he gets about its makeup and everything. You can see black tendrils start to spill out from underneath the membrane of the gem's surface and start to wriggle out. And with one quick motion, the there is a tendril that shoots right through one of Gungeon's eyes. Gah! And the whole of the bridge goes into panic mode. The first thing that Gungeon does is shepherd Shifra out of the room. The second thing that he does is to point his phaser at the gemstone. What does Phillips do in this moment?
Phillips has his phaser pulled out as well. As soon as it hits Gungeon, he has his phaser immediately pulled on it. In his offhand, he's pulling out his halberd. His little laser halberd.
As you two fire on the gemstone, we see the phaser bolts being completely repelled by the black shell, striking two of the communications and the communications and the science officer that was not Mira. She was doing something else at the time, but the science officer that was standing in for her in her stead, and they are dead instantly. We see that the tendrils of this thing grab onto the captain's chair where you are sitting and slam itself right into your chest and start to worm its way underneath your skin.
Shit! And as he's doing that, he pulls out like a vibro dagger and is like trying to pry it off. And like, you ever what was the movie that had Ryan Reynolds? I'm trying to remember the name of the movie now. It's a space horror movie where something is climbing inside his mouth as he's trying to like keep it from pulling, and it like climbs inside him as he's like trying to rip it out of his mouth. I don't know if you know this movie.
Sounds like something I will never watch.
Yeah. It basically eats him from the inside out. It's a very horrifying
Great.
scene.
Sounds
like one of the Outer Limits episodes he was in.
Yeah, it's a terrifying, absolutely terrifying scene, and he's a very good actor, so it makes it worse.
You see Gungeon slam a few keys down on one of the panels on the front in the front row of the bridge, and we see a replicator pod. We can hear a replicator pod whir to life right in front of the captain's chair as Gungeon then wheels around and just starts to grab at the tendrils for his very life, for your very life, or trying to pull it apart, trying to like get it free.
Don't you get it off of me!
Ultimately, it is in vain. Phillips, you lose consciousness.
Right before he loses consciousness, he looks at Gungeon and he just says, "It should have been the captain. The captain role should have been yours." And he just kind of like puts the dagger. He puts the dagger into his hand and passes out.
You get moments of memory, the sensation of being shifted, the sensation of something big and loud thudding onto the ground. There's a buzz in the back of your skull. It feels like a siphon, a sort of suction, but at the same time kind of feels like a sugar rush. You are in a black void. You realize that you've been rewatching your old memories. You have long since ceased being human. You come to the realization that Morgan Phillips, the flesh and bone creature, truly has died a while ago. But in his death, Morgan Phillips, the artificial intelligence, has been alive. And when you come to that realization, a voice from inside of your memory rings out. It would appear you are no longer in Kansas, Captain. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Let's just take
Son
a
of
beat
a
and
bitch.
decompress.
It's been an episode. Some shit has come out this episode.
Yeah, I can't wait to
I
talk
like
about it
that.
with you
I like
guys.
So
that.
there's two of us who are changelings? Is
It
that
sounds
what
like.
we're saying?
Did we? Oh yeah, we'll talk about it on the decompression
We'll
chamber.
get
But
to
it sounds like we
decompression
both
chamber.
picked
Let's go
the
to the
same secret.
Patreon. It's time for another classic cosmic library Patreon art poll. Today, I've unleashed a brand new piece of art called Double KO.
I've actually seen it. I've not seen it yet.
I've not seen it yet either.
Oh, right. I can't wait to see you guys' reactions because I posted it today.
Hey-yo!
And we see Big D and we see Victor knocking out two of the boys.
Look at his shorts.
Yeah, I was just like, so obviously Big D doesn't wear golfing attire as I have dressed him in, but I was like, you know what, for the vibe, I think this is.
Yeah.
And then
He
for Victor's
dresses
like
a
shorts,
pirate.
shorts, hell yeah. And so yeah, so this is the moment this is to represent those actions in combat where both
Absolutely
Rufus and Gideon
hilarious.
got knocked out by the two big strong boys. And it's time for a brand new Patreon art poll. So let's go ahead and get that crack-o-lacking. Who wants to pitch me first for TCL Deep Space episode? Damn, what episode are we on now? I know it's
Fucking
more.
6,000, I think.
We've done so many of these. So
We are on episode. Second chance. We are on episode 8.
episode 8. You guys have an idea for what we want to call this? How about not in Kansas anymore?
There you go.
I know that it was made kind of an end of the episode that.
Nah, sometimes you gotta.
It makes them question. Oh my goodness! I accidentally hit a
I also,
hotkey.
can we just say I love how adorable you draw Shifra every time she comes up?
Oh yeah.
Hey, you gave me an adorable character design, and I am a disgusting weeb who can only draw anime. So.
Um,
It's
Who's
still
got
my favorite, the created Shifra holding hands one.
I
That one's
get.
too adorable.
I only get one every season, and it's technically anachronistic. But can I pretty please get the Spider-Man meme? But it's 2 Milos.
I'm gonna veto that one actually.
Ah, dang it!
Because I listen. I don't want to draw anything anachronistic.
Ah, dang it! The anachronism is what got me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
All right. No, you're good. I'm just.
I feel like
confused.
honestly, if you pitch a similar art in like the next season, maybe it'll be funny. But I don't know.
We've gone to the Spider-Man meme so many times.
It's a great deep well.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll see if I can think of something else. Will someone else pick something?
Yeah.
I want that coral guy in like his like natural form.
Oh, you want the hot fish man?
Yes.
Hot fish senator.
I will actually take the exact opposite.
Beautiful Squidward.
I would like the mannequin's hand on Milo's forehead and tears streaming down his face. Thank you.
Hot fish senator. Touchy-feely.
Touchy-feely.
Touchy-feely. Right. We've got hot fish senator, touchy-feely. What you got for me, Shifra?
I want the boy bands.
You
want
you
the
just
boy
want me to
band
draw
getting
the
drawn with Lance Seabass.
All the names we came up with?
fish boy band?
Yeah, Justin Timber Ocean.
In C.
No, Timberlake
In
works.
C.
Yes, it's
That's the band name. I think I said a joke like that when I wasn't on stream. I think when you guys introduced the boy band Republic, I think I did make an NC joke.
I did discover. I think I've discovered this, that I do need to ignore what you guys put in the chat in this call. or else I will get distracted. And so I
Yeah, we mostly
I
use
can't
it
wait
to
to
talk
go
to
back
each
and see
other.
all the shit
it's
you guys
mostly
have
to
been
talk to
saying.
each other. Yeah.
Yeah, we mostly use it to preserve the scene while communicating with one another.
Yeah, no, like we'll either communicate, hey, I'm going on a bio break, or like, is this what you're talking about? Or we're just being human shit posts in the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It will.
We're trying-
Yeah, I have to just because it does show up.
Oh, does it show up on stream?
Yes.
Oh, that's hilarious. I did not know that.
Honestly, I think it's charming. I think it's great for people who are like paying attention.
Yeah, I did not know that this.
Yeah,
I did not know the stream popped up until now.
Yeah, sometimes check, it's right there. Sometimes it's like half cut off, but like other than that, especially when you do multiple messages in a row, it kind of streams down the side.
That's great. Good to know. I'm not going to change anything about what I've been doing, but it's good to know that I'm being watched.
I think that's fun to be able to like our stuff comes up while we're not interrupting the scene, but you can hear our thoughts.
Yeah. Because we're mostly just shit posting. Sometimes it's like, hey, what did everyone say their score was so I can average it out? But like
one of them was me commenting, well, Philip's fucked up because he ate cursed gemstones like candy.
Yeah, we were talking. I think I said something about Robo Cancer. I had more fake previous captain names. I think I said Zinc Stevens.
Yes,
Captain Zinc Stevens.
No, I went with the suck up. I went with naming it Abria.
Yeah, no, you're good. I was just
what
gonna
you got
keep
for me,
coming up
James?
with elements.
I'm sorry. I thought Gold Johnson was really funny.
Gold Johnson was good.
I'm sorry. Gold member.
Yeah, Gold Johnson. Yeah.
What you got for me? What you got for me, James? We got the last Patreon art poll here.
Oh yeah. I want. What was the line that you said when Gungeon and Schaefer were done talking? Is that everything? I'm glad no one took that because that's so funny.
It was. I thought about it.
Is that everything?
I thought about that one, but I was like, no. We don't have much of the world building outside of our characters. Let's talk about those boy bands.
I can't wait to talk about all of that has been revealed in the decompression.
Again. Lisa and I did the same twist, and I was like, a moment I was like, is the implication that Shifa is a changeling?
And the Patreon art poll is live. Where can you find the Patreon art poll wherein you can vote for the Patreon art that I make for this session? Well, sorry, I mainlined this Monster Ultra Strawberry Dreams not sponsored, and now I'm burping up everything that I've drinking. None other, and you can find it at patreon.com/TCLTTRPG. That's TCLTTRPG at patreon.com. Where you can sign up at the $5 level to become a Cosmic Library card holder, which entitles you to your very own uniquely numbered Cosmic Library card. With a space, it has a space in it for a portrait of some kind. Whether or not you want me to draw your portrait, or you would like to put your own portrait from of a picture perhaps that you have of yourself on there as well in its place. That is a discussion for us to have when you sign up at the $5 level, where you can also get fabulous bonus content like our post shows for both of these campaigns, both the decompression chamber and the study halls, where we talk about what just happened, what literally just happened, and the thoughts we have about it, and all that. Also, if you're interested in supporting the show in another way, there's also a merch store at Goon Stickers and Stuff, which can be found in my link tree. The series of Second Chance stickers are out if you wanted to get a little chibi version of the crew. There is also the Cosmic Library logo, along with some fun jokes that I've drawn, like no ethical dating under vampirism and all that. So if you wanted to get a bit of swag as well, you could get that as you could support the show in that way, which is always accepted, along with commenting, sharing with your friends, organizing viewing parties, which I understand is to be happening some places, according to some sources, which I say hello to you guys. You guys are awesome. And thank you guys so much for watching. It is time for our curtain call. I, of course, have been your host and game master, your Galaxy Man, Ghoul the Unending, playing Born as a Weapon, Traded as a Tool, Seeker of her own kind, Shifranam, and Silvertongue, who did not appear in this episode. GamerGirlllisa.
Hi. I'm poor Shifra is just having the existential crisis of the century.
Playing Teenage Lizard Child Soldier, Teenage Lizard Child Soldier, Teenage Lizard Child Soldier, hunting down the shapeshifters, Adis Avery, played by Moss Creature.
I feel very conflicted about Avery's choices.
And playing secretly not a doofus, but has to be a doofus for work, Milo, aka Freeran, aka the Noodle Dude, the Thenoodledoodler.
I am surrounded by clowns, and yet my makeup is the thickest.
Playing, I'm not a man, not yet a program. All I need is time. Iron Phillips has been Video James, who also played Dr. Crane a little bit there.
So in this part of the movie, in the original, so this is the original version. You can see the little guy hanging in the background of the movie, but they cut it for later versions.
That is
Hey, you guys watching Wizards of Oz over there?
Yeah, we're watching Wizard of Oz. Want to come watch?
You do.
That
Hell yeah, let's go!
This is
Did
young
that
Griffin, I guess.
Did that Munchkin kill himself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's tragic, right?
I mean, supposedly.
I mean,
That's what they say.
It's not confirmed that it happened.
thank you guys so
But, yeah.
much for watching. I hope y'all got wet.
I was gonna say, what are we gonna cut off? We're gonna
I was like, I didn't have a sign
You
off.
keep
for
going
this,
about
right?
us talking
We
about the
will keep
original
going
Wizard of
until
Oz.
those spiders, and you gotta take them to your enemy's house.
Gotta
I've said
take
it
them
before.
to your
guys.
enemy's house.
Listen, drop off a Tupperware of spiders.
Tupperware of spiders now being sold in the shop that your little kobold guy is.
I will be selling a Tupperware of spiders
Tupperware
in the next adventure of Second Chance. Hold on as I quickly add that to the Roll20 real fast.
Absolutely.
But here's the
Tupperware
thing.
of spiders.
Clariel might actually buy that.
As a food source for your flying fox, of course.
no, for the garden.
Oh.
Yeah.
Of
Or
course.
for the Iron Phoenix Dormitory. It's like,
For the Iron
it's like
They're
Phoenix
natural
Dormitory.
pesticides. They're natural pesticides. If you don't want to use like organic, if you don't want to use pesticides, you use things like spiders and whatnot.
yeah, we're talking about using it for the biggest pest of them all, which is mankind,
Which is Gideon.
which is Gideon. Anyway, where are we, Goon?